Hi, the Instagrammers and YouTubers. I'm back in the garage gym again. It's very cold, so I'm putting on my little innies of these gloves that I have that don't make a big deal of it. You don't need to go and buy them. They're really cheap. They're just inserts, glove inserts, and I'm doing starting my swings here in a second. Day, who knows? I think when I finish today, it'll be 8,000 swings. Let me see. Yep, today will be 8,000. Yesterday I did that IV thing I was telling you about yesterday. Dr. Shauna, she hooked me up to an IV and loaded me with amino acids and minerals and vitamins and lots of vitamin C and lots of other stuff. And so today's a test, a recovery test to see if that stuff actually works. So I think it did. It took a while to get it all in. Well, let's get going. Oh, I have zero enthusiasm today. Lower than usual. Hey, serious? My dog is coming and say hi. So, I did something unusual today. I eat breakfast first. I never eat before I train. So, today should be kind of an interesting day. Food in my belly, the IV. It should be, I'm outside again. So today will be a little different. Hey, good morning. Hi. So part of the challenge, of course, is, finding a place daily for 500 swings. I think that's part of a real challenge. It's really easy to scope out 3 days a week, go to the gym. Yeah, it's not so hard. Find a place to get 500 swings, and that's another story, So let's be mindful that life has a way of getting in your way. Let's get going here. And a good day to you. Hi, Dan. Annoy you that you get asked the same questions each day of this challenge. Does it annoy me? Yeah, and my nephew Brian is putting together a FAQ, but the idea is that the lack of intellectual rigor is what bothers me. You're sitting at home in front of your computer, you got your porn, you got your porn up there hidden away, and you just Google 10,000 swing challenge, you'll get almost every answer. But I don't mind answering the questions. I am getting the same stupid, well, not stupid, I guess. People say, why don't you straighten out your arms? My arms are straight. So when I do swings, that's a really unusual position for me. To me, that's straight. When I was in high school, I broke the end of my elbow off playing football, American football. And I didn't get it fixed for 6 years. So in the prime of my training, the bulk of my bench presses would be about here because I I couldn't do that. And then later discovered why you can do it. So for me, that's straight. The other problem I have, a lot of you don't have, is I have real serious armacondas. You know what I'm saying? Towering bicep, tyrannotarical triceps. So it doesn't look like my arms are straight because, you know, hell, you guys are asking too many questions. Thank you. Well, this is a good question. I'll come right back to that one. Hey, the home user kettlebell guide. Well, thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, reminder, YouTube users, I've got a whole kettlebell how-to on the website, Dan John University, but also a shorter version here on YouTube. I mean, I don't know if you need the full version. It's good, but, and then someone asked an important question. Who's a better swinger, me or Austin Powers? Well, I think Austin Powers is an imaginary person. He's a work of fiction. Dan John is the real deal. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. I have been groovy since before groovy was groovy. So let's get back to work. Okay, 100. My body weight's down again. Waistline's coming down. Even with eating breakfast this morning. I had steak and eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. My wife decided to be really nice to me, so that was great. No problem is now all that's sitting in my stomach, which is, you know, you bet. Another thank you for the video resources. We'll organize those again. You know, it's hard organizing that much volume of stuff. I have, God, I gotta be in the hundreds, huh, on YouTube videos? I don't know. I got no idea. We got a couple of workshops on there that last an hour, hour and a half. We got some 2 and 3 minute ones, obviously. So yeah, so if you have questions about programming, how I do just about anything, usually you can find it there. Thank you for loving my work. Yeah, that's right, Gernot. So because Gernot's here, one thing you might want to know, I finally killed that moose that's been terrorizing the neighborhood. So I took care of that. That's for you, Gernot, Discobolus, a young Dan John, discus thrower Dan John, Highlands. You probably know Susie Powell. There's my daughter Lindsay getting a personal record. My book, discus. And probably one of my favorite pictures in my career, the one with Skyline College. I always liked that. Gernot, I'm looking forward to being in real time with you again. Any new super simple program? Someone says I'm a desperado. I think that's the word. And I don't know if that's true. Yeah, here's a super simple program for you. Do 500 swings a day, and then 3 days a week do double overhead kettlebell press. I've been getting between, on the press days, I don't know, 40 to 100 presses, and on the 100 day, obviously, it's hypertrophy numbers. The loads are pretty light. Hello from Switzerland, back at you. I've been to Switzerland twice. Somebody's already bragging they already did the 10,000. Well, do it again. Been to Switzerland twice. I really like it. My favorite line about the Swiss comes from my friend John Mark. He said, they're like the Germans, except without the sense of humor. I thought that was hilarious. Of course, you'd have to know, not the Munich Germans, the other Germans. Gernot, would that be true? Okay, we're through 100. Let's move on. My friend Ian sent me a series of books yesterday. I'll probably be doing a podcast on them. David Sinclair's book on longevity, that new book on exercise, and then I'll pull spring chicken off the shelf. I'll probably do that this week. A little extra podcast about longevity. Hey, we got somebody from Trinidad and Tobago. Hello, welcome, good morning. Another from Germany. Hello, Michael. Hello, hello. So Switzerland, Germany, Trinidad. Looking peppy. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, so even though it's only January, we have a series of birds that nest just above us in our third story, and it's just fun to listen and watch them go through life and everything. Yeah, so good morning, Coach. Thanks for the recommendation on back strain yesterday. Helped me. Oh, hey, good to hear. Thank you. A very good morning to you all. Oh, yeah, so Gernot, if I can be of service to you, any questions or anything I can help you with, just let me know, man. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. I've always enjoyed, so that's not true. At my other place, when I had the original big gym at home, I went out of my way to cultivate nature. I had grapes, I had mints, I had big vines. So you're working out, hummingbirds would show up, and it was fun. I tried to raise grapes, but the bird population in the area just ate it all. And then we had raccoons and foxes. In this neighborhood, we have hawks and squirrels. There might be coyote in the neighborhood. That's always that. We just don't know how far west they've come this year. But it's basically just a small little, what we call them LBJs, little brown jobs. You bet. Thanks so much. Travis is noting how much he likes these training videos, which is great. I didn't think if it had any value. Brian talked me into doing it, so thank Brian, okay? the guests. Oh, holy cow. Cranking these out pretty quick. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Whew. Mike Rosenberg is here. He's the person that first helped. Come here, Mike. This is Mike Rosenberg.
Hello, everybody.
If you know anything about loaded carries, Mike is the one that took me from just doing a bunch of just crap in the backyard to some structure, and here's the workout. My godson, his son Seth.
Hello, friends on the internet. Nice to see you.
So you have some very famous people here with us today, okay? Don't screw it up.
I'm gonna let you guys do anything. I'm not listening. So.
Okay. What are you doing, Mike? You want to do a squat press?
Squat press and then one knee up, one knee down, cross for the hips.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's. Do you mind a suitcase carry?
Love it.
Go easy on your back, Dad.
Yep.
Oh, we got a back issue?
Yeah, that's felt funny last time.
Oh, okay. Then let's.
All right, I'm gonna go over Lindsay and Thomas's. We'll be back with Cubans in a little bit.
Oh, okay. Do you mind just grabbing the threes, the pink ones, and doing just 2 laps with the heavy hands?
You got it.
So Mike slept bad last night. Don't go in the house. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. My wife's asleep in the house, folks. That's why I thought he was going in the house. Yeah, Mike slept bad. Big pumps in those arms, Mike. Go with Mike. Go with Mike. Go with Mike. Keep an eye on him. So if your back is barking, I still think one of the best warm-ups you can do is heavy hands, where you swing like this. So as you walk, you're getting all that kind of motion. I'm exaggerating, obviously. But best part of Stu McGill's book, The Gift of Injury, was learning that this rehabs and steadies the back. Yeah. Good morning. What gems of wisdom. Are there any loaded... There's a question. Are there any loaded carries you don't recommend? Yeah. Double. I'm fine with barbell overhead carries, double, but not kettlebell or dumbbell. If something happens, if you trip and you fall, you got bells coming at your skull. With a barbell, if you fall, it's natural to fall away from you. That's the only one I really don't recommend. And I've never had anyone get hurt, but you know. When you get tired and just showing down, it's crazy because most people lose tension. Oh, hi, my friend from Poland. No, Jeff, I got plenty more. I got plenty more days. I think this is the 5th. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is 5. I slow down. Really, the only thing that I lose, my friend from Poland, the only thing I ever tend to lose is my grip. And that's why you'll see me, like I'll have a plan sometime to do 50, and then all of a sudden you'll see me go, and put it down at 30, and that's just the grip. I just think if you go on to the YouTube channel and you look up all my hinge stuff, you will see that, I work really hard on teaching the hinge. I had to reteach myself twice how to hinge because of surgeries. So my hinge holds on because not only do I know how to do it, but I know how to do it as a human person. I also know how to do it as a coach. I have the education. I know how to do it by A plus B equals C, and I know how to do it by just being a human person. And in the middle, of course, is all those hours and hours and hours of practice. Hours and hours and hours and hours. Oh. Okay, we're gonna do something. 205 swings. We're gonna move over here so I can see the screen. The sun came up a few minutes ago, and it's washing out my ability to read the Instagram stuff. So let's move you to the other part of the gym, okay? Oh. Hi, Mikey.
Hello.
So we'll change the workout with this, okay?
You gonna come? Come on, Papa.
Hey, thank you, the Erica Lemke. You seem like you're very important. Any deadlifting tips for someone 6'4"? Yeah, don't deadlift from the floor, because the metallurgy at the time the revolving Olympic barbell was made for people in the 1930s, not 6'4", you know. So it's not. Hold on. Oh, hey, someone plugging attempts. Thank you, please. My book attempts. Good person here. Carson is going to start training people on next week, and he asks, "Do I have any tips?" Well, yeah. I mean, I write entire books about that, so yeah, I have some tips. First one is the hardest one. One, embrace the obvious. Sprinters sprint, throwers throw, jumpers jump, kickers kick, strikers strike, triathletes triathlete. I mean, if you get away from that, you're too stupid to be a coach. So point number one, embrace and fall in love with the obvious. You know, lift weights 3 days a week, do your technical stuff, do your strategic stuff, do your tactical stuff as often as you physically can. You're not going to win the wars in here. You might look good, but you might not throw good. So let me get this set. So, embrace the obvious. Number two, invest wisely in asymmetrical risks. You can find this whole workshop on YouTube. What does that mean? It means all throughout, in every car I have in my house, I have these $20 survival packs. They'll help 4 people for 3 days. Statistically, that's all you need. I give them to my daughters, so if they ever break down in some of these crappy areas of Utah, desert, they'll be able to survive. I doubt they'd be lost for more than 6 hours, but that's asymmetrical risk. We'll probably never ever use any of those. But if you use once, if you ever use these once, it saves all your money. Okay, so when I'm training someone like my friend Mike here who says his back hurts, I'm asymmetrically going to favor the issue first. So here's what I want you to do. Half kneeling, yes, left knee down. Sit at the bottom of the goblet squat, half kneeling press, right knee down, walk around, shake it off for a few minutes, and go, let's do this in the first one. So 5 to 10 half knee downs, a nice little sit. Okay, a nice little, there you go. And what you try to do is remember, stretch out that left hip flexion, okay?
Squeeze the butt.
Yeah. So, like with Mike here, had a bad night's sleep, he's at a hotel, his back's barking at him. It's not worth him doing the 10,000 swing challenge because Ann could be around, much longer. Poppers. I got no idea. So, embrace the obvious, invest wisely in asymmetrical risks. So, be as safe as you can, be as smart as you can, overemphasize things like as a football coach. On day one, I would teach my athletes like the victory formation, taking a safety. All those little odd football things might never happen. But when you do, you need to know. And the third is the most important. Boy, I hope I remember it.
Now, this is the side that hurts.
Which one? Sure, what side? Come on. Wow, I'll be over halfway on this side. Huh, nice. In fact, I've been spending quality time talking to you and talking to you. That's kind of nice. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was 140, it's 240. We do 3 rounds, that's how you hang. Whew. Nice. Next round gets us over 300. So, the third and most important, A, you can't ever assume oh, the dog, yeah, that's serious, Black. Yeah, playing with your dog, playing with my dog, just took my mother-in-law out of this life. Third and most important is respect the process. And I think that's true in business, everything, life. But the thing is, most of you won't. You'll go online, you'll read some bullshit about somebody literally just pulling it out of their ass. And you'll go, oh, and then you'll email me, Dan, what do you think of anti-cyclical, methodology training across the, it's like, dude, what are you doing this for? Well, I'm a 73-year-old Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist who wants to do triathlons, power lift, Olympic lift, and skydive. So why you train like a 21-year-old UFC fighter who spends more money on supplements than you probably have for income? Do I still like to do planks? Well, of course I do. What the hell? Is it so? Anybody who's ever been to Utah in January, Gorg asked the question if it's cold where I am. So Gorg, in 2002 we had the Winter Olympics literally right there. Well, no, over there for the speed skating. Yeah, we live in a place that had the Winter Olympics, so I mean, cold is this is probably the warmest day it's been in a while. It's still, I mean, any moisture is frozen, so yeah, I'd say it's cold. Thank you, brother. I've been working hard, Jeff. Jeff noticed I'm looking lean. Of course, what's being Irish in '63? Lean means something different. So we'll get over 300 on this set, Michael.
Good, good, good.
Easily. And then you got one more, and then
All right, 3 each side.
good, and then hang.
Sure.
And then we'll just reference what you need to do for that. I might even just have you do some naked hip thrusts,
You got it.
just to see if that helps. But more like a plank. Look at that. Respect the process. Let me get back to that. Ooh. Ooh.
Feeling good?
Doing 330. How's that feel?
That's good.
Maybe 2, 3, 30-second hands. Yeah, so respect the process, you know. I'm doing the 10,000 swing challenge, and I'm getting all these idiotic questions about what's a 10,000 swing challenge do for you? Hell, I don't know. I know for me, I've lost, well, if you look at the original scale today, I've lost 14 pounds since not Monday, but the Monday before, without any, would you say I've done any dietary intervention?
Not at all.
Yes. Mike has been eating with me, and my grip is a mile stronger. So, but you just do the process, you know. Minus 25 degrees. Okay, my Finnish friend wins. That's pretty cold. Cornwalls, yeah, I would close the roads too if it's that cold. Big love from Russia. What's your opinion the best program to gain muscle strength? It's called Mass Made Simple. Oh, thank you, Nate. Yeah, bye. If Hemingway's still on there, Jeff, I'm doing the whole Dean Martin thing. Buy the album, baby, buy the album. I don't think Dean sounded like that. Hey, man, hey, buy the album, man. Buy the book, Mass Made Simple. It's my best work. How's that feel, Mikey?
Feels really good.
Okay. So let's do a set of 25 nice and slow, and then 2 sets of 20 with the hip circle on, okay?
You got it.
Mike's doing that. One of the hardest things you can do if you're a strength athlete, and that's driving a car. And it's brutal on us. Yeah, thank you. Nate, yeah, Mass Made Simple is by far my best. I mean, it is exactly what I did. It's the program I use. It's battle tested. I finally had somebody say something along the lines of, I didn't get anything from it. And I followed up and I said, you know, show me your workout logs. And I'm still waiting on that. I've had people say, well, I did it with the leg press. That's not the same as squatting. By God, leg press. Who? Yeah, I know. Someone's going to say, well, Mr. Somebody does leg presses. Well, good. A bodybuilder does leg presses. And I'm sure it's also because he takes vitamin C in his Weider amino pack. God, when people tell me about, Mike, when someone tells me about what a bodybuilder does, what does that make me do? Cry.
Not be happy.
That's what it means.
Yep, we have a phrase at work. The guy who heads our business unit at work says, there's no compression algorithm for experience. You gotta do it.
Compression algorithm.
I work in IT.
So that's the word of the day. Mike Rosenberg, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're over 300 and in a good place in 300. One nice thing about training outside versus inside, in my house I have that heater vent that's right here when I film, and it beats me up. I'm not being a, make sure it's pushing it, brother. And I'm not being a, I'm just saying, it boils me up and it hurts my recovery. being out here where it's brisk, it's much easier. Though I have to wear gloves because otherwise my hands would stick to the belt.
I found where my glutes are.
That'll help you a lot with that pain. Is it opening up at all?
Yeah.
Do a set of hangs now. You didn't keep that. Oh, Mike's a good dude. I'm not just saying that because he's here. Yeah. So I think, like with fat loss, there's only two ways to do fat loss. Either as intensive as you possibly can, 14 to 28 days, all out war, lose your mind, or 3 to 5 years. I think the same about mass, 6 weeks, all in, eating constantly, walking around with a sweatshirt on all the time to retain, not letting the elements bug you at all. You know, in your backpack you have a loaf of bread, peanut butter, and jelly, and eat whatever you can. Or 3 years. You know, to me, fat loss and hypertrophy are check marks. They're power laws. Either really, really tight and intense periods where you make a massive, not just physical change, but it's got to happen up here, massive change, or, you know, kind of day in, day out, taking care of business. Most people can't handle either. Most people live in medium. As I once said about your daughter comes home from college, and I met the love of my life. And she says, I go, what is he like? And she goes, you know, it's okay. You know, it's about, I don't know, his normal height, hair, he's okay. That's the love of your life? I didn't raise you very well. Train the big 5. Okay, good. Nope. Darn, my thumb doesn't work on this. Oh, that's it. 2 rounds, how's it feeling?
Good.
Is it coming around though?
Yeah, it's really,
Try to test it.
no, it's a game changer.
Really?
Yeah, it's comfortable.
So hip thrusts and hangs for a wonky overnight hurt.
Yeah, lower lumbar overnight.
Overnight. So this is not
Stress induced.
this is not traffic accident, but if you ever wake up and your back is barking, the hip thrust and the hang, it just seems to help.
And the glute band makes all
Oh
the difference.
yeah. He's using the hip circle, but most of ours are Brett Contreras' glute loop, and I think they're all pretty good. I don't know if one's better than the other. Want to do one more round?
Of course.
Here's what I want you to say. I want both to be isometric. So squeeze it up, look at the clock. Your job for 30 seconds is to push the knees out in this position.
With the glutes
Flex. And then the moment you can hang for 30 seconds. Just let's see if that just turns off all the noise.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you sleep wrong, it's just noise. It's not necessarily an injury. Whew. 4:05. For those of you who are bored enough to watch some of the early days, you'll notice my endurance is really going well. Hey, don't take it personally. So the lifting dad's on here, and I barked at him yesterday, but we had a nice little direct message conversation. I didn't mean to bark at you. Mike, am I a nice person?
Most of the time.
Yeah. What gets me angry?
People who want to know how many lifts should you do on the 1 lift a day program.
Dan, how many lifts should I do on the 1 lift a day program? 1.
Can I do 2 lifts on the 1 lift a day?
So Dan, I'm going to do the 10,000 kettlebell swing challenge. I don't have a kettlebell, and I don't want to do 10,000. What should I do?
Something else.
I want to be a triathlete, but I can't swim, I don't have a bike, and I don't like running. What should I do?
Meditate.
Hang out with Sensei Mike over here. Hey, it's good to see all these nice people here. Oh, we got a guy from Spain here now. We have an international group today. So what I'll start doing, at one time I was fluent in Turkish, and I could do conversational Hebrew and speak French. And what I remember from all the languages, Toda Rabba, is that thank you still?
Yes.
Tova.
Pavel Rabah.
Ani Morim mi America. I said that one time with my hands like this on a border when I was in, Israel, but they'll just have to guess why my hands are up. So, and they looked at me and they figured out that I wasn't local for some reason. Wait, did somebody ask me about burpees? Are you kidding me? You bastard. Gorg just messing with me. Okay, hey, we got an Australian here. Hey, come here, Australian. I'll show you. So we got some Australian stuff here. This will be exciting for you, okay? Oh, it's not up there right now. The thing's missing. So, Australian Weightlifting Federation. Tell me that's not exciting, huh? That should make you feel at home. We got some people from Ireland. When you're from Ireland, India. Now remember, when you're from Ireland, you have to say what county you're from. Otherwise, it doesn't count. No one will believe you. Oh, we got someone from the Midwest. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with the Midwest?
One of my favorite jokes of all time at Disneyland. We go, Utah! And the guy leans over and goes, where? Utah. And then goes, no, pardon me. I blew the joke. We'll try it one more time. Where are you guys from? Utah. I'm sorry? Utah. No, I heard you. I'm just saying I'm sorry you're from Utah. I thought that was hilarious. Antrim. Oh, dear God. Okay, listen, man. In your area, walk around and meet any McCloskeys you know. If you find a McCloskey, they're probably family. Got Alaskans here. Boy, my battery just dies out here in the cold. Just dies. So,
It feels really good. Nice and open.
okay.
It's light.
Do me a favor. We're going to go up 1 bell heavier. So go like to the 10 kilo, maybe the 12.
Overhead squat with a PVC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that's even better. Okay, I was going to have you do half kneeling. Okay, I'm running out of battery power because it's so cold here today. It's killing my phones, which is always a bad thing. Yeah, Antrim. I don't know if you ever noticed that we got the red hand and bolster over here. Spent a lot of time up there. That's where my mother's from, is Antrim. So McCloskeys, daggers to our enemies. 2 more sets, Mikey. My pen is freezing up too now. Hey, Gurnup, if you're still around, I gotta say something, okay? Good. Chaos is starting to Olympic lift. Nicely done. Sacramento, well, that's awesome. So my cousin Rita used to be your Attorney General, City of Sacramento. Whatever. Yeah, that's what they call her, yeah. Hey man, I think it's fantastic. You know, I don't know how, I tell you one thing, Chaos, if you're snatching and putting the weight overhead, that's pretty good. How far did you throw the discus and what weight you have? It's funny because I think all that stuff yesterday helped.
And just people should know, if you have trouble sleeping, the 10,000 swing
If you need something to help put you asleep at night, here you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think you were down by 8:30.
Yeah. So Mike's been with me, God, a couple weeks now. And one of the hardest things for me to do, we're used to hanging out together for hours. 8:30 hits, and I am done. Did you do the 35-pound weight? Yeah, of course I did. I threw in the, at Utah State, I set the school record. I think it was 58:11, but this is with the old technique. And then, of course, in the weight pentathlon, I threw it every time. Though, in honest, by the time you get to the weight pentathlon, this is the 5th event. The hay's in the barn. If you're going to break the world record or the national record, you literally could be 2 or 3 or 4 meters off of your normal throw because the points are so, they just don't matter by then. Oh, we got a real long one here. Do you think it's beneficial to do antagonistic muscle before? No. I mean, you can certainly do it. He's asking if I should, before you bench, do rows. I mean, I can see why you do it, but.
Well, if you want to pre-exhaust something,
Yeah,
but if you're
yeah.
using the antagonist for stabilization,
Yeah.
you don't want
You should, yeah, it should just be, your technique should be just so good you don't need it. I mean, I can understand why people do it. I mean, I'm not going to. I wouldn't necessarily program it. I can see value to it. For example, with most of my athletes, I have them front squat first because that's their weak link. You are the weakest link. Okay, my phone is telling me I've only got a few more minutes, so I better jump. Last time I was in here doing this, the Instagram live died because of the. Oh, thanks, Mike. How's that all feeling?
much better.
Good. I think I screwed up my math. Big time. Big time. Yes, I did. Okay. One set of 20, I'm done.
Yay.
Yeah, so when you try something like that, where you're doing some fancy thing that you read online, this pull before you push. People are trying to squeeze water out of pearls, You're doing the basics. Don't try to make it better than better. Averaging, you're having 52 meters. Oh, 42, okay, that's fine. Circles, damn, that's always tough, man. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with 52 meters with the 1.5. Too bad you couldn't make it to Sweden. Yeah, I'll be there next year. Okay, sorry, Yeah, please don't blame me for COVID, okay? I had nothing to do with it. For once, I'm innocent.
Thank you.
No, honestly, I had literally nothing to do with it. That's not completely true, but I'm only allowed to say so much. This will be it. And until tomorrow. Thank you. Well, thanks again, gentle listeners, for being part of my swings. That puts me at 8,000. 2,000 to go. We're on the down end stroke, and I've learned a lot doing this. I learn a lot every time, but since I'm just doing the swing, it's been really a learning I didn't expect. I feel like I'm much looser here than normal. I feel like my butt really knows what it's doing. And I honestly think for fat loss, not doing the other stuff, I know it's counterintuitive, might be better. When you do the strength workouts 3 days a week, and then you just do the swings, you know. And that might be a better way. We'll think more about that. Hey, YouTubers, I love you. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.